MLB postseason. How about the Grand Slam Red Sox? NLCS Game 3 is tonight at Dodger Stadium. We'll talk about who's hot on the diamond for your fantasy lineups. The NBA tips off its regular season. We'll share our fantasy picks. Plus, the injury bug is spreading throughout the NFL. The waiver wire is looking like rush hour traffic. We'll have NFL fantasy updates as well. And welcome, everybody. I'm Jim Ginocchio, former sportscaster with Turner Broadcasting at NBC in Atlanta. Joining me from Los Angeles, Hollywood producer and one of the leading fantasy sports experts for the last 20 years, Russ the Boss. Howdy, Russ.
Hey, everybody. I'm Russ the Boss, and I want to talk Superdraft Pro with you, Cowboy. Wow, what a great morning here. What a great sports week.
Yeah,
I'm so excited, Jim.
It's
Can't
amazing.
wait to get started.
It's great stuff. We'll share our fantasy picks for the NLCS, the ALCS, the NBA's regular season. We'll have all that coming up in just a moment. But first, Ross, what a game last night in Nashville. I mean, no Music City Miracle, although they tried. There was some razzle-dazzle and a lot of offense. But Ross, the Bills-Titans game reminded me of a heavyweight fight last night. I mean, it was like the last one standing would win. Derrick Henry was a man on a mission. Ryan Tannehill simply played out of his mind. And, of course, Josh Allen finished 1 yard short. So 7 lead changes, tied the record for the most ever on a Monday Night Football game. Titans 34, Bills 31. Ross, NFL fans last night in Nashville definitely got their money's worth.
They certainly did. I said the over, and I said to take actually the points in Tennessee. I didn't think Tennessee was going to win, but they did. And winner, chicken dinner. But all that being said, I mean, 1 yard, 4th and 1. I mean, I have to hand it to Buffalo. They went for it. I think if that game went to overtime, I think Buffalo would have won, but doesn't matter. They lost. Yeah. Derrick Henry, if he continues the pace he's on, over 3,000 yards, 36 touchdowns in one season, he'll shatter every record possible. Oh. I mean, he'll have 600 touches in one season, which is unbelievable for a running back. I mean, I don't think he can keep doing it.
Last night, he looked like a human bowling ball knocking down pins. I mean, it was the craziest thing.
I mean, he really did. I mean, he's really on a different level than any other running back in the league, in my opinion. He's tough. I mean, Tennessee, they're 4-2.
Yeah.
I mean, if you stopped anybody in the street and asked the record of Tennessee, no one would say 4-2.
No.
I mean, they're playing great football. Tannehill looked good last night.
Yeah.
It's a team that I don't want to play. Their defense is still suspect to me. I don't feel their defense is like a Super Bowl defense. They need to improve their defense drastically to get to the next level. But Derrick Henry's unbelievable.
Yes, he is. Hey, country music is big in Nashville, but they're singing the blues in Cleveland. The Browns are hurting. First Chubb on IR, Hunt out for a month. Mayfield and Beckham are still question marks with their shoulder injuries. Fantasy owners start looking deep into the Browns' depth chart because you're going to have to find a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver. Who knows? I mean, there's a total nightmare in Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, fantasy-wise, you're picking up Dearness Johnson. I don't know why I said young, but Dearness Johnson's the big pickup this week in fantasy. He'll be typically taking the place of Chubb. I don't think Chubb's going to play Thursday night, but they're really hurt. I don't think Mayfield's going to play.
Nope.
You got like a B team playing for Cleveland, and their defense is so suspect right now too. So Cleveland's going to have a tough time Thursday night. It should be a very high scoring affair.
Yeah, I would think so. All right, let's talk Major League Baseball because we've got some fantasy picks for all you guys. How about the Red Sox? Their bats are on fire. I mean, for the second game in a row, the Red Sox exploded with an early offensive outburst against the Astros. A 6-run second inning highlighted by yet another grand slam, Kyle Schwarber. Boston wins at 12-3. Ross, this is amazing. The Red Sox became the first team in MLB postseason history with 3 grand slams in a single series, but 2 points to bring out in regards to those 3 grand slams in the series. 1, we have at least 2 more games to go in the series, and 2, the Red Sox hit 3 grand slams in the 162 game regular season. Against the Astros, they've got grand slams, 3 of them in the last 72 hours.
I mean, their lineup is just potent. I mean, they're running on all cylinders. I mean, in 6 playoff games, I believe they have over 10 hits and 6
Yeah.
runs. I mean, they're hitting the heck out of the ball. They're unstoppable, and they're the hottest team in baseball. I have nothing else to say. I mean, and when we get to the section of when we talk about who you should take in Superdraft Pro, you'll be taking some Red Sox. So I can't wait to
Oh,
tell you
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Red Sox are knocking the cover off the ball. So game 4 of the American League Championship Series is tonight in Boston at 8 p.m. Eastern. Nick Pivetta will get the start for the Red Sox. The Astros will counter with Zach Greinke. National League Championship Series resumes with game 3 at Dodger Stadium about 5:08 p.m. Eastern is the first pitch. Charlie Morton for Atlanta. Walker Buehler, one of my favorites for the Dodgers. That should be a great pitcher's duel. All right, let's talk some fantasy picks with both the NLCS and the ALCS.
So pitcher wise, you get 2 pitchers in Fantasy Draft Pro. We're taking Nick Privetta. He's Canadian. His multiplier is very high. It's like 1.95 or something.
I
It's
saw that.
very
That's
high.
pretty high. I thought it would have been like
So
1.4.
I'm thinking if he can go 3 or 4 innings and you times that by 2, I mean that's like pitching 8 innings. So I think he's your best chance. And then on the other end, I'm taking Walker Buehler. I think Buehler's going to do for a great game. I think he'll stop Atlanta tonight at home. Buehler, you both of us both like that Vanderbilt graduate. So I'm going to take those 2 pitchers in my Superdraft Pro. But again, Houston's hitting is very potent. But hitting wise, we're taking a lot of Red Sox. We're taking JD Martinez, 1.1 multiplier. Kyle Schwarber's, he's another guy that's on fire right now. You got to take him. I mean,
I agree with Schwarber. I mean, you got to go with it. You know, it's funny. I'm trying to argue with you, but some of these picks that you're coming up with,
I know.
They become obvious with the championship.
And the next one you got to take too. He hit a home run last night. It's Kyle Tucker. Every game, Kyle Tucker
been fired up
home
every
run.
day,
and his multiplier is still 1.85. It's unbelievable. So you got to, as much as you want to take other players, Kyle Tucker, you just got to take him every game. I just don't know why I do it, but I do it and I win. Another guy that I love, he's coming back to Dodger Stadium after they got rid of him, is Jock Peterson.
Yeah.
He has 12 at bats, 3 home runs in the playoffs. He's on fire right now. You got to take him at Dodger Stadium. He has revenge.
Peterson with that hair, he looks like a Hollywood movie star that decided to play baseball for a couple of weeks. I mean, good gracious.
He really does. I mean, he's playing great baseball right now, and you got to take Jock. Jose Altuve, he's like a spark plug. Every time I don't want to take him, I do take him. He has like 2 hits, a stolen base. I mean, that guy is money every game. You got to take Jose, multiplier 1.2. Guys, I'm going to just say and throw in, if hopefully you get more than 1 ticket. Corey Seager, World Series MVP, 1.35 multiplier. He hit a home run this week. I mean, you got to take him. Another Red Sox, Rafael Devers, I mean, on fire. Trey Turner, 1.3 multiplier.
Yeah.
He's the National League batting champion. I mean, and the last one I'm going to give you is another ex-Dodger. He plays for the Red Sox. He's on fire. It's Kiki Hernandez.
Yeah, he is on fire. But
Kiki's 1.4 multiplier. Another guy, you just got to throw them in a bag and mix them up and just throw everybody I said, just mix them all up.
Ross the Boss, I know we love Buehler, but my gosh, you just ignored the Atlanta Braves. I mean, these kids.
I said Jock Peterson, and we're saying Buehler. Listen, I had a dream last night. Buehler's going to pitch a 5-hitter, 8 innings, give up 1 run to Jock Peterson home run, and the Dodgers will win 5-1. That's my dream that I had last night. We'll see what happens.
Well, hey, Greg,
I don't know.
We're recording this. I want to make sure we share this tomorrow. Yeah.
I mean, Superdraft Pro, you got to take a stand one-hander. You can't take everybody. You got to figure like how the game's going to go, who's going to win, what pitchers you're going to take, what hitters you're going to take. That's what I do. That's what we have fun with, and that's why I'm a winner.
Yeah, I mean, Peterson is, but that's only one. I mean, anyway, all right. So we'll see if that 5-1 dream.
I mean, listen. Do you want to take Freeman? He struck out 7 times in a row. I'm not taking that guy.
Yeah, but what about Austin Riley? Riley's looking like an MVP.
He's a hero in Atlanta. He's not going to be a hero in LA. He'll come back to earth in Los Angeles. Walker Buehler pitching. Buehler's going to be rolling tonight, and the Dodgers are in a must-win situation. They're down 2-0. They have to win this game. and I believe they will tonight. We'll see.
Their backs are against the wall. That's all I can tell you. All right.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. Hey, listen, let's talk NBA. Regular season tips off tonight. The defending champs are hosting the Brooklyn Nets, and that's the Milwaukee Bucks at 7:30 p.m. Meantime, out west, Warriors, Lakers, 10 p.m. Eastern. A lot of great fantasy players to check out on these two games, Ross.
Yeah, it really is. And what Superdraft Pro did, they really did something special tonight. They did a $15 cap game where there's $5, $4, $3, $2, $1 players.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to make sure you take 5 players and you got to stay under $15. So I have my picks. Again, it's opening night. You don't know how much playing time everybody's going to get, but I think there's a lot of revenge because people did not play well during the playoffs last year, and there's a lot of revenge factors coming on opening night. So we'll see it. And I'll give you a couple cards. I'll tell you what I did. I'll tell me if you like this.
Okay.
It's very hard to figure out, and I just don't know what the rotations are.
Yeah, because you got 5 players on the $5 level, 5 on the 4, 5 on the 3, 5 on the 2, and 5 on the 1. So it's really hard to pick. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean the $1 guys are guys coming off the bench. I mean, let's be realistic. I mean, I don't know what the rotation. I have no idea what playing minutes are for these guys, but I do know what the stars are. So my favorite ticket is this one. Tell me if you like this.
Yeah,
I have King James.
Right.
Huge revenge factor. Opening night. He's playing Golden State. He's going to be playing 35 minutes.
Sure.
First game of the year. He's ready. He's focused. King James, trust me, it's going to be a huge game, no doubt. James Harden was hurt last year, fully healthy now. Lost in the playoffs. I know he's very angry. He'll be shooting like crazy tonight.
Yeah,
James Harden is my other pick. My other one making his debut for the Lakers, played at UCLA, lives in Los Angeles during the offseason. Russell Westbrook, Mr. Triple Threat. He'll be in Los Angeles. He'll be playing for the Lakers tonight, which I'm so excited about. So I'm taking Westbrook. And the other two guys, Carmelo Anthony, who controls who gets playing time for the Lakers? It's not the coach. It's King James.
Absolutely.
LeBron James controls the whole thing.
He's the coach on the floor.
Him and Carmelo were drafted in the same year.
Yep.
They're very good friends. When Carmelo went to Syracuse for 1 year, then he came out. I mean, they've been friends. It's the first year they're playing together in the NBA. They played in the Olympics together.
Yeah.
But long story short, I think he'll get some playing time. And the last guy I like, he's their center. He plays for the Brooklyn Nets, Nicholas Claston.
Yeah.
He's 6'11", went to your school, University of Georgia, where you live.
Yeah.
So, I'm taking a check on Claston. I love his hair. He has dreads like myself. I feel he'll have a big game tonight. So that's one. That's
go with the hair.
That's my favorite ticket tonight. But my other ticket I have, I'll just go over real quick. I got James Greek Freak. Grayson Allen, who we like from Duke, right? He plays for Milwaukee. Otto Porter Jr., who plays for Golden State. He's the starting center. Their other centers hurt. And then I have Patty Mills, who plays for Brooklyn. He'll be coming off the bench.
What about Durant?
Who?
Durant. You got Durant?
I didn't take Durant tonight. I'm worried about Durant. I think they'll watch his minutes. He's injury prone. It's their first game. I don't see him playing like the whole game. I see him playing a very limited amount of games in the beginning of the year. That's my own opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I did not take Durant in any of my tickets. I had to throw some people out. So he's one of the people I threw out.
All right. Well, I mean, you got to throw somebody out.
If you like Durant, it's great. I don't like Durant just because they limit his playing minutes. They limit it, Jim.
Well, if you have limited time on the floor, you can't score points. I mean, what's up with that?
If you're not playing, you can't. Just like Gretzky said, if you don't shoot, you don't score. So there you go, Jim. I just quoted Wayne Gretzky.
I'm glad to finally hear that coming out of you, Ross the Boss. That's what it's all about. All right. So hey, listen.
I'm excited about NBA. I'm wearing my Dwayne Wade jersey. Yeah. It's going to be a fun night. That it's a very limited amount of games, but there's two great games tonight, Jim. I can't wait to sit down and watch that. I got baseball tonight. Yep. It's going to be unbelievable tonight. We got some hockey going on tonight. It's a lot of sports. Ross the Boss will be centered. He'll be focused, and he'll be watching all this stuff go on tonight.
Watching multiple televisions, flipping channels. I mean, this is what it's all about.
I don't have multiple TVs, but I just flip. I'm a master with that clicker.
I hear you, buddy. Well, hey, but, you guys out there.
Pro Trim.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. I'm very excited about basketball, and there's so much stuff going on that there'll be many games going on this week with Superdraft Pro. Please watch our show. I want to with you guys winners. So there you go.
Absolutely. We want to hear from you guys. Who you picking? Are you winning? What's the story? Let us know what's going on. Contact us. The information's right below the video screen, and you can hit us with all the information. Plus, you can join us on Superdraft Pro app. Pick the elite package, and you can play as many as 120 contests for free in 30-day period. That's amazing. It's a lot of games.
Jim, it's even more than 120. Like,
yeah,
there's a bonus game on the NBA. If you go to the NBA thing, there's a bonus game they have.
Yeah,
on
there's
there.
other
So
free
like
ones
they
in
have
there.
more than it's more. It's like I would say it's 150 free games.
Yeah, it's awesome. It really is. And you can catch our Fantasy Sports Superdraft Pro Daily Pick Show live Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Our weekend special kicks off on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. For Russ the Boss in Los Angeles, I'm Jim Ginocchio in Atlanta. You guys have a great day.